already bun here. Holy. I've been productivity max. Hi, Gummy. Thank you for the values as usual. Hi, Trashcan. Hi, everybody. Oh, do I have a text from my mom? Just a notification telling me it's time to stream. I know. I'm doing the stream. I don't need you to notify. We're gonna play Isaac today! It's been a while since I've been playing Binding of Isaac since I was like in high school. It was the only game that my Toshiba laptop could handle without issue. Back in high school, because I wasn't allowed video games, and it was easy enough to hide because it was small. File was small. I could be sneaky about it. It's the only game I actually played where I moved out. It was Binding of Isaac way back when all of the big YouTubers at the time were playing it. PewDiePie was playing it. Biotic was playing it. Whatever happened to that fuck? Who knows? But hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. What the heck? Hi. Camera's positioned a little different again today because I'm still trying to find like the perfect place to keep my camera. I'm testing new things. Is referring to me? No, it's referring to me. I cry a lot more than any one of you. You could not compare. You would die of dehydration before you could hit my number. But it's okay, I forgive you. It's really funny when my therapist asks me, "So, how have you been doing?" And I say, "Fine." And then she goes, "Have you cried lately?" And I was like, "Only like 3 times a week." So not fine then. Hi, Chaskan. Oh my god, I'm something good. See you later. I like have dinner. I'm in your walls. I know everything about you. I know what you're up to. I know what's happening. Lives I'm watching. I had lunch today. I had some straight up bullshit for lunch. I made a garlic coleslaw and I had that with air fryer falafel. Just some bullshit. And then I worked out like an hour later. I need people to stop titling their workouts with easy, beginner-friendly workout, at-home workout, if it's not easy and or beginner-friendly. It was very hard, and honestly, friendly was not a word that I would use to describe it. I feel a lot of animosity after it. I feel nothing but animosity towards that workout. It was not friendly at all. Good night, Chaskan! Sleep tight. Do let the bunpires bite. What's just this one? Is everything? I think. It's sorry, I'm a little. It's been a while since we've done a gaming stream. There's been a lot of chatting streams, there's been a lot of drawing streams. There's not been a lot of like gaming, straight up gaming streams. I kind of just want to get into it. That's all right. Where am I? Isaac. Sentence. I finally got all the DLCs. That for a while. But finally went and got them. Yeah, let me... I recently found out that my face tracking is a little better if I... my bangs back. Which I feel like I should have realized that sooner. Brand new save, by the way. Okay, took us a second. Just help us damage down, okay. Oh! I've lost all the muscle memory from my days of high. I don't remember like the special room. I don't remember the probabilities of any of them. I'm gonna play all for vibes exclusive. Which is how I feel like any world should be played. Just off of vibes. I have two of these. And forget how you... It's a bomb. Huh? Oh! Shit! Lived. Need a key! Okay. Need a key. Forgot it did that, to be honest. Oh, don't corner yourself. Oh, don't corner yourself. Oh, don't corner yourself. Important not to corner yourself when playing Isaac. Never forget. Beep. Kinda wasted that, but that's fine. Did I get everything? I'm in the room. Nice! I'm doing well, thank you. Like the corners? If you corner yourself while playing Binding of Isaac. And a bed. It's not. I think I remember this one. Gotta be careful of the. Oop, gotta be careful of a lot of things actually. Oh my god, I don't remember him being that fast. Actually. Okay. Okay. I understand. Visible fortune. Wrong button. Wrong button. It's okay, we get it. been a long time since I played Isaac, so you have to be patient with me. I'm a little stupid. Oh god, not the guy who farts. And a Cyclops. These guys were in the Odyssey. By the way. There's one of these. I have coins. Did I clear the whole map? Arrows what? Hearts for big point. Yeah, clear. Except for the I always call it that because it looks like hammer and sickle. Oh, I like fighting monster actually. Or I used to. Oops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I remember his patterns. I fought monster quite a bit back in my day. Speed up. Hi, Nimbus! Yeah, hello. Think of it that it was your usual. Oh my god, it's so dark. I cannot see. I cannot see. I cannot see. I cannot see. What are the pills? Lock up, HP down. Hello. What? Can burst that out. Good, good. Oh, more spiders. Okay, I leave. Goodbye. Oh, they follow me, right? Wait, are these ally spiders? They are. Pretty good. Sorry, there's a lot I don't remember about this game. On ice today, it felt like it fit the theme. Oop. I have 2 hearts, but we have spiders, so it's okay. I don't want to pause the game to adjust my... It's a little bit... A little bit high. Let's go. Get him, my spiders! Get him! Okay. They took away my length. They took away my Johnny Sins length. was actually really good. The luck up is actually OP. Oh, juice. Oh, I love Gemini! This is one of my favorite power-ups. Gonna play this game, you've heard about it? It's really old. It's pretty old. Get him! Get him, twin! Get their ass! Yeah! Oh, I don't like these guys. Oh my god. Oh yeah, duh. So you don't know what fortune is either. Yeah, whatever. Oh, whatever. Leave that bat. Oh, this guy. And there's two of them. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Craft. Thank you, tears up. Nice. Oh, there's Satan. That will be all, Satan. Thank you. That will be all. Look at that thing. It's my conjoined twin. Be nice to him. He was never born. Something I love about Isaac is like how you just straight up keep all of your, like, everything you pick up, it's like on you. Throughout the whole thing. Yeah, get him. Get him, twin. Oh, I hate these guys. Actually. I hate these guys. Priors. Piss me off. Stop coughing up flies. Oh, there's storms there. Okay. This is starting to look a little bit like Curse of Maze. I mean, it's starting to look like Curse of Maze. I knew it. My instincts are still there. I can still spot a hidden room. when they make it that obvious. But I don't have any more bombs to... Oh, there is this. Big mini boss. Huge, huge. Let's go. Lego. We have 11 coin. No key. And criers. Oh, I cry all the time and I hate. Wait, bomb where? Oh, here. Bro, I needed that. I actually did need that. Thank you. What? I swear that used to work. Bro, I feel like such a chud. Used to work. Is my knowledge outdated? Hate these things. Shit. Powerful. Coin bomb. The fuck? Run a little bit. How did that take? How did it take away 2 hearts? Aren't those spikes only supposed to take away half a heart? Did I have damage up? I'm stupid. Maybe I'm not very smart. Right on, bro. I know. guy is new. Yeah. Fucking dark. The crying babies aren't streamed. That's double the usual amount. Oh my god, I'm too fooled by Lord of the Flies. You are really... It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just be patient, just be patient, just be patient. He doesn't move much. You can just be patient and deal with everyone's eyes. You're fine. Actually. It's not that hard. And I did not read what that did. I did not read that. I'm illiterate. No. Okay. Wait, these guys down here. Oh, don't like that. I don't like that. In a more elegant fashion where I don't take damage. Better. I used to playing this on a controller too, so. But my keyboard doesn't have arrow keys. It's like a 60%. That's close. I only have one key. I'm gonna save it for. Wait. Anti. I'm starting to have a lot of queens. It's me uncomfortable.時間止まれ。お That's a skipper. I'm just gonna go put my coins in the coin room. Oh, I don't have any keys though. So I cannot go put my coin room. Can I blow these up? So. Huh? Pause. Usable regeneration. Actually read. And then we go done. I really want to put my coins in. Can I blow up the door? Back when I played, I used to be able to blow up these doors. Anymore. Just wasting bomb at this point. Oh, Gemini. Okay. Okay, these ones you just ring around the road. It's fine. Just ring around the road. When did they upgrade this guy's AI? Ah! Oh my god, they made him so strong. Hello? Hello? Isaac? Can you cry a little harder, please? Oh my god. Please. Please. Okay. Oops. That was bad. That was straight up bad. Timer? Okay. Oh, my descend. That's the top. Okay. I'm so bad. Actually throwing. Also, what is up with the rooms here? Huge ass fucking rooms. Nande. Two of them. I don't know. There's so many of them. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. To poop. that was like, straight up luck. There was no skill involved there. Ooh, that was also skill, but no. Incredibly bad at Ryzen. Humbled. Humbled. Being humbled. Oh, are you? I would not survive Toho. Is what I'm learning. Fuck. I keep quartering myself. Last one. Oh. Just chill on my plate some more. Chill. Yo, lucky bug. Lucky bug is OP. Hell frick yes! Holy. I did not have 2020. Far from it. This is known. This is known that I'm blind as fuck. I need to put all my money. All my money is in there. I'm setting up for something, trust. I'm setting up, trust. believe in it. No! It's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. It's not. Oh my god, these guys leave a trail. I forgot. Suck. I suck. This is so much harder than base game. Mine in the bank. Up this rock specifically. There's always stuff in the blue rock. Oh. Always stuff in the dimensional buddy. Hi, buddy. I love the buddy ones. I like just like a friend. Look, a friend. Love that. I don't know what this friend does, but I appreciate him. Just the same. Sounded really lonely of me. It sounded so lonely of me. I'm not... I don't know. Am I someone who gets lonely easily? I don't think so. Like, I spend 98% of my time alone and I don't feel lonely. I only ever really feel lonely when I was supposed... I had like an expectation of spending time with someone, and then that expectation gets like... either it doesn't happen, or for whatever reason. I feel lonely then, but otherwise, not really. I don't think I get lonely. Wait, if we overlap? I get extra tiers? What this guy does? That's nice. This is the standing still kind of body. I'm also a standing still kind of body. I understand. I understand perfectly. Oh, it's kind of a standing still kind of boss. It's fine. Just have to get rid of it first. And my body system. Just a little slow. Okay, look. Okay, just gonna... Okay, now it's just me and my buddy against the fly. This is fine. Hang on. Center regeneration does HP up. That's goated. Oh, not another timed one. I don't like being timed. It stresses me out. Oh my god. Freaking green fly. Fast ass green fly. Fly. There's too many of y'all. I don't like that. So many. Yeah. Try resent. That's better. I'll charge. I'll charge. The best place to keep your money is in the bank. It's fucked up that money is a depreciating asset. That's why you should always spend your money. It depreciates over time because of inflation. Why you should always spend your money. Nemonomics. How a broke girl became a broke woman is the title of my... I was gonna say obituary. It's not the title of my obituary. It's the title of my biography. Nemonomics, how a broke girl became a broke woman. With values such as money depreciates because of inflation, so you should always spend it. Pro tip. Pro tip. More people should listen to my financial advice. Sorry, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Even I couldn't LARP that hard. Forgive me. Oh shit. All right. Here's up finally. Oh my god. Ugh! Excuse me. Oh, there's a timed one up ahead. I don't like that. I dislike that. It's great play. Oh, tall boy, tall boy, tall boy. Oh, shall we lamba a little bit? Not at me. Frankie. Depression? I already had that. Thought that was base kit. Does it kind of look like? Just peed yourself a little. Actually, it looks like you peed yourself a lot. I was going so of getting in a box. More eventful than you think. Like, that sounds like kind of like a peaceful death, but... Or at least like, an uneventful death, but a lot has happened. Yes, walk through my depression. Yes! Are you like my dad hurt me? Anyway. Ignore me. Bomb. I love Bomb. It's my favorite. How did you know? How did you know Bomb was my favorite? I'm not beating the allegation. Am I? things nemuri bun is not doing at any given time, and beating the allegations is always top of the fuck. Sorry, gang. This is why we don't get sponsorships, by the way. It's not because I'm a buddy with zero marketing ability. It's because I didn't like that. It's because of the allegations. You don't expect end of nowhere to stop dimension fighting demons. Yeah. But I just assumed that the box was full of doujinshi, and that's why we're uoing so much. I mean, if you're gonna die somewhere, wouldn't you want to die in the doujinshi box? The basement is just the that one area of melon books. The secret area of melon. So if you get a sponsorship being held at gunpoint, why would you assume that? I love money. Please sponsor me. Please sponsor me. I love money. I'm just not brand friendly. I'm not brand friendly because I like to talk about whatever comes into my head, and 90% of the things that come into my head are extremely cursed. But I find them very fun. Oh, not the controller drift at a time like this, please. Let's behave. This is not a time to have controller drift, please. Ooh. It was fine. Tier size plus range up? Oh my god. Gonna help. What gonna help? Is there Raid Shadow Legends at PC here? I haven't offered the sponsorship by Raid Shadow Legends back in the day. But it just wasn't right, man. They're like, we'll pay you 70 cents for each person that signs up to Raid Shadow Legends from your stream. And I was like, damn, I have 4 viewers. And they're like, you have to play it for an hour. I was like, damn, I have 4 viewers. I'm not gonna play an hour of Raid Shadow Legends to make 70 cents at most. At most, one person was gonna sign up for Raid Shadow Legends. So, that went ignored. Oh my god. I hate that spot. I hate it here, bro. This place sucks. done to end up in a place like that? Is this what happens at Bible camp? I've never been. Yeah. I've never been to any camp. My parents tried to sign me up one summer because I used to spend the entire summer just sitting at home reading fan fiction. My parents tried to sign me up for camp, and I was not happy about it. And I raised hell until I raised hell until they gave up on the idea. Hi Thunderhoof. My name is Nemuri. Thank you. The last one you said you actually have to play raid, right? It's one thing to like have a banner or something, so spend an hour playing a game that is shit. But at camp you have boxing. My parents tried to sign me up for camp. They were like, I found a pamphlet. They were gonna sign me up behind my back. But I found a pamphlet and I was like, I died. I was like, you guys better not be trying to sign me up for this. And they were like, we are. You're going to camp this summer. I don't care what you're saying. And I very seriously sat them down and said, if you make me go to camp, I'm going to pick a fight with every person there until I get kicked out. And that was a very real threat, because I'd be getting into fights at school. But it was one of those, like, sleepaway camps. And one of the activities, okay, first of all, it was paid. You had to pay to go there. Which I think is like the normal camp experience. You pay to go to camp, not just free. But like you had to pay to go there, and then the activities were like cleaning up the beach. Brother, why am I paying to go clean? What a scam! Going for staying service to terrify my parents to say anything like that. I was like, I should have been scared of my parents, but I just was not. I don't have a good sense of self-preservation. I'm very combative by nature. I was like, I just straight up, I'm not going to no damn camp. I'm not gonna go clean up a beach on summer break. I'm not going to use the communal showers. That's just not gonna happen. And you can either save your money and let me stay home, or you can pay for me to go to camp and then I just get kicked out. Those are your options. As parents, good luck. I was never, like, scared of authority figures. I probably should have been, to a degree. I was never scared of authority figures because, like, who died and made you king? I was just disrespectful like that. I'm still a terror with authority figures. Like, I like, okay, you want my respect, you have to earn it. And you're not really respecting me right now. I don't feel like I'm getting that respect you speak so highly of. So... So what are we on? Oh, every time a professor was like, you have to respect me, Dad asked me, like, why? You're not respecting me. Teachers, professors, anyone with like any semblance of authority. I did this to my fucking what is it called in English? The dean of the school? The principal? The school principal? I don't know if I've told this story before. My mom was head of the PTA for a little bit. My mom was head of the PTA for a little bit. So there was a meeting with all the heads of the PTA for every year, and some teachers and the principal. And they were like tightening up. This was because they were adding a lot of rules. They were tightening up a lot of the conduct rules in the school. And I went with my mom because I happened to be there. So I was just there. And these people start talking about how, you know, they want to move to a cell phone free campus. They want to disallow taking pictures within school grounds. They want no phones in, like, at school at all. They want people to turn in their phones at the front. They were like they were basically banning like half the school from being walked on by the students so that it could be exclusive for the teachers. It was ridiculous, like, to the point where, like, if it was raining, kids would have to walk through the rain to get to their next class instead of taking the indoor path, because the indoor path was, quote, for teachers only. And I was sitting in on this meeting. listening to these people talk and getting more and more aggravated. With my mom sitting next to me. And I raise my hand and I'm like, this is excessive. And they're like, no, this is going to ensure that the school runs smoother. And then they start mentioning like dress codes, which is not a thing here. In Portugal, dress codes are not a thing. The only thing that says in like the Ministry of Education, the whole Board of Education, the only thing it says it has to be school appropriate clothing, and all that means is that like you can't show up in a clown suit randomly. It has to be normal clothes, but you can wear whatever the fuck you want. Like, dress codes are not a thing. But they wanted to implement like a pseudo dress code, and I was just not having it. And I let it. I gave them a piece of my mind. I gave them a piece of my mind that was not appreciated. And I ended up my entire rant. I ranted at the school principal for a good 5 minutes. I ranted at the school principal for a good 5 minutes, and I ended my rant with like, and if we keep going down this route, soon enough we'll all be blinking in unison. Is that what you want? And this man looks at me and says, you are too aggressive. The way you're speaking right now is very intimidating. And I don't like your tone. And I look down at myself. Okay? Can I say this? This was in middle school. I look down at myself. I'm the only, like, non-adult in the room. I'm holding a fucking Hello Kitty plushie. And I look down at myself. And I look up at this man. This middle-aged ass man. And me at the ripe age of like 13 tops. With a Hello Kitty plushie in my lap. And I ask him, wow, are you that fragile? And my mom fucking grabs my arm underneath the table. And she's like, enough. Wow, are you that fragile? And, dress code did not get implemented that year. The only rule out of all of the fucking biblical level of testament rules that they tried to implement that year, only the no photos in school grounds rule got implemented, got like put into the actual rules, and it did not get enforced. I said yeah, it did not get enforced whatsoever. No one really cared. Got implemented but not enforced. Because I told the principal that he was kind of a pussy. Anyways, that's me. That's what it was like being my parent. The world needs more nemas. I don't think that's accurate, to be honest with you. think the world needs more me's. I think I caused enough havoc on my own. Oh my god! It's the fairy from Zelda. Hey, listen! That's our shout out. It's also from Zelda. More people need to be ego checked like that principle, you think? You want more grown men to be told, wow, you're really fragile. by 13-year-olds holding Hello Kitties? Is that what the world needs more of? Because hey, I am gonna provide it. Fast. Now he's on fun. Yes, I know that's I know about that one. Thank you, Navi. Navi is a fairy name, right? Navi is short for navigation. Also, random thing for the bloody means as well. Absolutely. Excuse me, sir. You sound like a pussy. Care to fix that? I don't know what that does. Just run away from parts. Just run away from parts. Flatulent escape. Oh, she went. I just think it's funny. That grown adults are so easily ego checked. I suppose if a child asked me, if a fucking bum ass 13-year-old asked me, wow, are you really that fragile? I would just throw hands. I would just immediately turn to violence. Oh my god. Oh my god, the poop. Oh my god, the poop. What's up? I got no room. I got no room to move. There we go. HP up, don't swallow the prize, but I kinda want to. Brainworm! Hell yeah. I love brainworm. Strong. Being as someone spends a painful amount of time trying to social see the modern society is so polite that it's detrimental to someone's personal growth. I feel the same way. Okay, actually, genuinely, I feel the same way. I, like, have a deep disgust, like, a really fundamental level disgust. This is something that my therapist wants me to work on, but I am hesitant to do so. I have a really deep disgust to, like, being... like politeness over anything. Like I hate the don't make waves type of person, you know, like, oh, don't create issues, don't make waves. Like, if something fucked up is happening, I don't care if it disrupts your peaceful everyday life. If something I like fundamentally disagree with is happening in front of my eyes, I'm gonna do something about it. I hate peacekeeping above all else, like politeness type of behavior. I like if someone is saying some bullshit, I'm gonna tell them you're full of shit, brother. Motherfucker, close your mouth. There's stench. You're spewing shit, and that's like. People think that's one of my like biggest flaws. Like, people think I'm arrogant because of it, but genuinely, it's just like I believe that the world will be a worse place if there's never anyone who stands up for something, you know? Like, I'm not gonna defer to someone's like authority if I disagree with what they're saying, and I'm not gonna like sit down and stand by if someone is being an asshole or if they're implementing something that is against my like moral values. I'm not gonna sit by while a principal is like stomping on their students' basic rights. And I'm not gonna fucking sit quiet if my boss is shafting someone on schedules, and I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm definitely not gonna like be quiet and listen to my manager shit talk all the interns. I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. And I'm disgusted by like when people allow that to go on. Because I know like a lot of people who allow themselves to like let it pass, they're not bad people, they just quote don't want to cause any waves. Because like I know that for a neurotypical person it's really hard to go against like societal norms. I understand that it's really hard to do that. There's like an immense amount of pressure to just go with the flow, but I don't feel that pressure, so it's kind of my duty to be like, no, actually, fuck that, you know? Like, I have the training wheels off. I don't carry the weight of social conditioning. So, it's kind of my job, no? To be like, yo, that's fucked up, can you stop doing that? I got bad ends of getting them more authority or social position around to be able to disagree with them most of the time, and the Senate is usually on the fringes. Yeah, I hate that. Checking people who are aligned is how we keep up the peace in the first place. Yeah, I do agree with that. Like, I don't care how much else I'm really like I have issues with authority because I don't believe like social hierarchies are bullshit. And I don't believe that just because you have a higher position in whatever system we're all playing in, that your word or your opinion or like anything about you is inherently more valuable. I think regardless of what position you occupy in this school slash company slash whatever the fuck institution, I think you have to prove the value of your work by doing the fucking work. And I'm not gonna listen to you just because you're my boss. I am not. I'm not gonna listen to you just because you're my boss. I'm gonna listen to you if you're my boss and you're making sense. As long as your position is well thought out, reasonably grounded, it's not arrogance, being true to yourself. That's also what I think. But people think I'm arrogant, that I think that I think that my position is better than other people's. But I don't really feel the need to speak up unless I feel like something that I feel strongly about is being kind of trampled on. You know? Like, easily enough, I have an uncle. Had an uncle. He's not dead. He's still my uncle. Have an uncle who used to make racist jokes all the time. Like the most foul, heinous shit at the dinner table. Like whenever there was a family gathering. And at one point, I was just like, hey, listen. Enough. That's a fucked up thing to say. I have friends who are people of color. And like, I don't want to fucking hear racist shit about my fucking friends. Like, you're talking about people I care about. Shut the fuck up. Can you, like, not in front of me? Don't do that. And then I got scolded for being confrontational. And it's like, bro, I wouldn't have had to confront anybody if they weren't speaking out of line in the first place. Like, just be normal. If you had just behaved like a reasonable person, I wouldn't have had to be unreasonable. Personally, don't worry about peacekeeping, but you do mental math or whether something is worth headache feeling people are significant number than me. Yeah, I try to do that. Basically, but my math is very simple. Girl math. Hashtag girl math. My math is very simple. Am I gonna have to deal with this situation more than right now? Because if it's just happening right now for a little bit, I can tank it. It's like, I'm not gonna see this person again, so it's like, whatever. But if I'm gonna have to keep dealing with this person, I'm gonna protect my peace on the long term. I'm gonna have the confrontation now, and then in the long term, I'm gonna leave in peace. Instead of, like, having it chip away at me for weeks or months until I finally blow up in somebody's face. Local culture is very Japanese in the sense that everyone, for the most part, keeps their head silent, so if someone says there's something like you're causing problems, being a nuisance, and you go from dealing one person to everyone else, stockpiling, just calm out. Yes, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Because I am also, listen, I don't have great social skills. I do come off like very aggressive. And kind of unintentionally. I always seem to come off really aggressive. Kind of unintentionally, but fact of the matter is, like, when something is wrong, like obviously wrong, it's wrong, that's it. Like, I nearly got in trouble in my last semester of university because I had a meeting with, I didn't mention this at the time. I had a meeting with the treasurer, like the secretariat. I had a meeting at the secretariat thing to deal with some shit. So my address was wrong wherever. And I brought someone to help me with that because I'm really bad at this kind of interaction, and I'm autistic, and I have, you know, my disability documentation, and I get to bring a person to assist me in this kind of situations. And I walk in, and the first thing they say to me is, only one person allowed at the time. And I went, actually, I'm autistic. This person is here to help me communicate. And they go, you don't need that. Only one person at a time. And I said, actually, by law, they're allowed to be here. So they're coming with me. Alright, can we move on with this interaction? And apparently that's very aggressive of me. Apparently I escalated very fast. But I don't see it that way. I'm just like, this person is trying to violate my rights for, like, bureaucracy reasons. And that pisses me off. Does that make sense? But then I get called, like, volatile and aggressive and bullheaded. That's cause, like, and this happens throughout, like, with this past year, this happened, like, with teachers, with professors so many times, where they were like, well, this is the assignment, so this is what you're gonna do. And I'm like, actually, by law, you have to adapt the assignment to me, because I have special needs, so there's a degree of adaptability that you have to implement. By law. And then they're like, you're too aggressive. You're too aggressive. Well, and you're doing something illegal, and that's worse. When you grew up in Texas, you're considered very level-headed and reasonable. But where you live now, you're extremely aggro? Bruh. Culture goes so far, if someone punches you and you defend yourself, you'll go to jail for it? Nah. I can't live in that kind of environment. This is why I have so much, like... people speak to me, like, casually, and they don't see why I have such high support needs. But then there's, like, this whole, like... I can't really be integrated into society because I don't feel the need to give into any kind of social pressure. And if you don't feel the need to give into any kind of social pressure, you're gonna be labeled as, like, problematic. You're gonna be labeled as, like, a difficult person to work with. And it's like, I'm not difficult to work with. You can work with me. You just cannot work at me, you know? It has to be with me, it can't be at me, okay? I do not work for you, I work with you. And then this is why I can't, like, really be integrated into a normal workplace. Which is why I'm gonna have to go to therapy for that. I can't be integrated into a normal workplace because, like, there would be constant fighting. Because people in places of authority don't like having to explain themselves. They find it, like, insulting if you ask them to explain themselves. And I find it insulting that you wouldn't give me the time to explain yourself to me. I want to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in the way that you asked. I need to, fundamentally. also very efficiency brain, so if I feel like a process is redundant, I get very frustrated and I'm bad. Frustration is the emotion I'm like the worst at dealing with. I blow up very quickly if I'm frustrated with something. If I find that, like, I hate bureaucracy because, like, it's so inefficient. It's easy to work with, just give her a slice of cake, real. Even give me a task and some cake and then leave me alone for a couple hours, it'll be done. I used to get people to explain itself, but there's quite a lot of nuance. You got lucky that understanding people became a very early hyperfixation. Man, I feel like I tried for a very long time to understand, but I just could not. There's too much nuance. I'm not good with nuance. I do... Well, I don't suffer with this, but the people around me suffer with my experience. I have very black and white kind of thinking. I'm not good with nuance. And I have like very like strong pattern recognition brain. If the pattern doesn't line up, I can't really like process the so I need to create a new like data file in my brain. It's like, okay, this makes people angry, but not all the time. Okay, new save file. This instances in which this does not make people angry. And then there's like infinite subfiles. And it's like infinitely complex, and I can't figure it out. Cause like, if you point out, okay, if you question someone in a position of authority, there's a high percentage chance that they will just reject you and like be offended. There's a smaller percentage chance that they'll respect you for that. But regardless, if I feel like their position needs to be challenged, like, on a fundamental level, like, if I feel like someone is wrong, I want to hash it out. I need to speak it, I need to argue it out every time. Because every situation is different. Even if it's only slightly different, it's different enough that I need to go through the whole process again of understanding. And that's very, very, very counterintuitive to how a workplace functions. And then on top of everything else, to have the woman debuff, real. Listen. Being an Uber driver is a job like any other. I don't think any less of people who drive for Uber. But when I call an Uber, I am the client. I expect, you know, a degree of cordiality and respect because I am the client. I'm very polite to service workers every time because they've been working hard. The least you can do is be polite to them. But I've been scolded and yelled at by Uber drivers. Usually, like, middle-aged men. For very minor things. Like, dude. How are you gonna do that? Imagine you walk into a restaurant and the waiter starts yelling at you. That would never happen. That would never fucking happen. When religious men are the worst, man. They're always the ones that are the most threatened by my disregard for the social hierarchy. Literally, the most fragile creatures on Earth are men in their 50s and 60s. Not every Gen Xer, but always a fucking Gen Xer, yep. Always a boomer. Most oppressed group are straight men in their 50s. Yeah, oppressed by these fists. Right to the freaking balls. I have an infinite wealth of enraging stories. But now their status has falling out, their PB doesn't work good anymore. There are medications for both of them. They have made a pill for both of those things. You know what they still have not made a pill for? My fucking endometriosis. Last Viagra. More hormonal, women's hormonal issue. Regulation, please. Don't think they made a pill to deal with dryness either. And lube is a thing, but I get what you mean. Not the same. Real. We've also not made a pill that like makes women hornier. They haven't done that. We're so fucking behind. Keep claiming to not see anyone hyping them up. Yeah, because the guy, the man spearheading the pill that makes women horny is also the same man spearheading the you should use my book of pickup lines. They really work. Trying to like the pickup artist content is so fucking goofy. I think pickup artists are probably the only demographic that have a lower success rate than Mormon missionaries. It's so goofy. I would, you know what? Between having like a, how old are they when they go on mission? Like 17? Between having a 17-year-old Mormon try to convert me to their religion or having some middle-aged ass, balding ass guy try to pick me up at a bar, I would choose the Mormon every time because at least I can be like, you guys want a glass of water? At least they're respectful, you know? The Mormons are so respectful when they come to your house. They're like, hello, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? It's like, no, I already have a religion, thank you. You guys want like a glass of water or anything? Can I hop in? They're like, oh, no, thank you. We really appreciate it. And then they go on their way. A man tries to hit on on you at a bar and you say, "Fuck off, roach," and then they get mad. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It makes no sense. I'm easy to pick up because you're so tiny. Wrong! I'm hard to pick up because I bite. Very difficult to pick me up. I wiggle and I bite. Ouch! Oh my god, lately... lately I've been possessed by a demon. I'm sorry, I've completely abandoned the game. Lately, I've been possessed by this demon that makes me pull out my lowest impression at random times. For no reason. Fuck, bro. Eat on. Yes. You know what? It's because we've been eating a lot of pita bread. That's deadass the reason. We've been eating a lot of pita bread. So I'm like, can you pass the pita? You know. It's a fucking virus. Well, I'm gonna need another bomb. I'm gonna go need another. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that? From possessed by the vocal stem demon on your life. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I have the woman debuff, I have the baby face debuff, and I have the annoying voice debuff. This run is not vibes. Also, like, kind of not paying attention. Walk straight into that, as you do. Had to be nerfed somehow. Yeah, they gave me social pressure immunity, only to then give me every fucking debuff ever considered. Because like I have a high school friend who's also neurodivergent. My ADHD high school friend. But they're a conventionally attractive male. You know, like tall, blonde, from like a upper middle class family. All that shit. Yo, machine gun. And they don't deal with nearly as much bullshit as I do. He doesn't deal with nearly as much bullshit as I am made to constantly. Certainly makes it easy to have a good first impression. It's more so like when he questions someone's authority, people give him more credit. They're like, oh, he is thoughtful. He's thinking very deeply of the issue. And meanwhile, when I do it, I'm a bitch. Essentially. Or like when he's like, I don't want to do that. I'm not going, I don't want to do that. He's like, okay, he's free to express his opinion. And meanwhile, when I'm like, I don't want to do that, I'm not going, I'm being a bitch. And that's fucked up. Mr. Millie's Men Rant segment. Yeah. How on earth will you ever regain access to that? How on God's green earth? No. I'm not gonna put more. Probably gonna know, right? Yeah. It always pops back up. There's a heart there? Where? Oh. money in the machine. But it's very aggravating that I'm labeled as like confrontational and aggressive and problematic. Difficult to work with. While he gets away with so fucking much. Fucking boy privilege. Man privilege. When he makes a mistake, people are just like, ah, classic. That's how he is. He's kind of an airhead. When I make a mistake, they're like, you stupid fucking bitch. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
One moment, please. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please.
Forced by therapy to stop living good after a lifetime self-deprecation, which has made you drastically protect other people act towards me. Oh my god, me too! too! I went into therapy one day and I was fucking losing my mind. Also, hi. Hi, Silverline. Come on, Black. How is the stream? Strong and steady. Wins the race. Thank you for asking. I went and walked into therapy one day, like, absolutely losing my fucking mind. And I was like, why do people treat me like this? Why only me? Why do people only treat me like this? Like, it's so annoying. Why do I always get the, oh, but you don't look autistic, oh, but this, oh, but that? And my therapist just, like, was like, listen, I'm gonna need you to hear me out here. You're pretty, and you're well-dressed, and you smell nice. And that's not what people associate with someone who's autistic. Because they don't know very much about autism. They are just prejudiced. So, that's why people treat you like that. And I was like, huh? You want to be autistic? There's no want, there just is. I am autistic. I have been autistic my whole life. I've been autistic the whole time. Yeah, like, you look nice, you speak well. Facial expressions, like, I'm like hyper expressive. Which is really bad. If I'm really tired, I have like, I'm kind of robotic, but otherwise, I'm hyper expressive. Because I used to practice my facial expressions in the mirror. Is it not difficult to accept that I'm autistic? No. It was very easy to accept because it explained literally all the reasons as to why I was struggling so hard with things that other people did not struggle with. It was very easy to accept. The moment that they were like, yo, that's autism, I was like, shit, fuck, really? Oh my god, that makes so much fucking sense. That tracks. That made so much fucking sense. Holy shit. And now every time I go into therapy and I'm like, why am I stuck on this? And they're like, it's an autism trait. It's the autism. But yeah, that fucking tracks actually. I've been this way my whole life. It's not difficult to accept. Listen, it's harder. It's way, infinitely harder to live with, like, the struggle with no name rather than it is to accept, like, whatever your struggle is called. Like, if you've lived your whole life with, like, stomach aches and with no explanation, and then someone told you, like, dude, you're lactose intolerant, you can just, like, it's the dairy, wouldn't you feel really fucking relieved? Wouldn't you feel really relieved? Like, oh shit, now I can start avoiding dairy. Literally on the street, drip down quality tech, wear the freshly done nails and nice hair, but also wearing noise cancelling over the ear, headphones, and sunglasses. Exactly. Fucking exactly. In Jiraiya, with my platforms on that make me, like, extremely tall, nails done, hair did, freaking jelly cut with hime bangs, makeup on point, also noise cancelling headphones. And sometimes an interpreter, so I don't have to speak. You need to accept Nem is autistic for me. I feel like it's very obvious if you know like a little bit about autism. Like just a little bit. Cause like it's very obvious. No one has bothered to make it a secret whatsoever. I have such obvious hyperfixations. My favorite thing is to curate a collection. Like, who's confused? It's not me. Very easy to accept. I mean, I'm autistic, apparently. It would appear so, yes. At current time. At current time, as if it's something that can be, like, avoided. Or, like, corrected. Oh, Shiva. Oh my god, thank you. There's a heart in the... Oh, I have an extra. Easy for the steps to pull out of normal class like second year. Yeah, I didn't get diagnosed until I was 20. Before that, it was like, oh, social deficits, it's anxiety. Oh, it's depression. Oh, it's bipolar. It was... And then they put me on mood stabilizers and I actually went insane. You don't take ibuprofen while pregnant? No. My mom didn't take any medication while pregnant. Mine is pure from the source autism. No chemical enhancers. No doping in my autism. And this kid's really smart, but also been expelled from two schools, maybe something is up. I would always get in my report card, like, excels academically, struggles socially. Every report card I've ever received has that note. Excels academically, very behind socially. Hi, James. You know that in Japan, laundering money from retirement funds to your personal bank account from personal gain is illegal? I mean, if you're laundering money. That makes sense. Your people don't really have retirement accounts because the government takes care of it. So it's, like, different. But, like, I assume retirement accounts have special fiscal benefits. Get off of me, get off of me. Right? Like, maybe reduced tax. So it would make sense that they put regulations on that, and then using money from that account without paying the due tax would be illegal. That's just assuming. I'm assuming a lot of things, but that's what it sounds like to me. Oh, shit. Literally. goes. There I go. Actually rare for better social skills on average. What, to be autistic? No. Actually, no. It's not rarer in women, it's just underrepresented in clinical study. Women do not on average have better social skills. They have just been socialized differently. So they mask harder, which makes diagnosis harder, but the rate of incidence is about the same of autism. It's just the rate of diagnosis that's fucked, because all the tests were made on the diagnosis criteria. It's based on how men present autism. And men have less social pressure when it comes to, like, behavior. Truly strapped into a chair and asks if you prefer Icon or monster trucks and trains. Real. Originally, the person who originally, like way back, did all the research on autism, Hans Asperger, who was a Nazi. His job was to decide which autistic people were too disabled to be productive members of society, and then they would be sterilized or killed, and which ones could be trained to still be productive. And then that's why it was called for a long time Asperger's syndrome. Because those were the ones that were, quote-unquote, functional enough to not be worthless eaters, I believe was the term that the Nazis used at the time. And he did not, well, amongst being a Nazi, he also did not believe that women could be intelligent enough. He believed that autism was an extreme expression of the male brain, of the hyper-logical male brain, and women could not be intelligent enough to be autistic. That's what he was on, if you're wondering. Now I'm going purely off context because at what point did you realize you could just finish all your school at 1 to 2 months, the rest was a waste of time? Like 4th grade, I realized I could just read the entire textbook in one go, and then I was bored the rest of the year. Yeah, like in 4th grade, up until like 4th grade, people kept telling me like, okay, you have to follow the pace of the other students, but then I learned how to read. And I just read the whole textbook. And then I was bored. Fucking twins, let's fucking go! I just fucking read the textbook. And then I was bored. And they would be like, how did you know this? It was on the textbook. Why are you reading ahead? Because you're spending 20 minutes on one paragraph, brother. I read the paragraph, I understood it, I moved on. It's everyone else that's behind. I remember, like in 2nd grade, I think you learned to like read and write in 2nd. Yeah, at least at the time. 2nd grade. And I was like, the other kids were taking forever to grasp the concept. Like, the other kids would read at a snail's pace, and I was so annoyed. I was like, what the fuck? Just read it. Why can't you just fucking read it? And then they would be like sounding out the words, and I would be losing my mind. I'd be like tweaking in my chair, like, what's taking me so fucking long? And then it would come my turn to read aloud, and I would like fucking speed read the whole board. They were like, haha, good job. Actually, my mom got a warning. They're like, you shouldn't be teaching your child how to read at home. Because she will be bored in class and she won't learn at the same pace as her peers. And my mom was like, we haven't taught her shit, dude. They told us that back in preschool, so we haven't. They told us not to teach her how to read back in preschool, so we didn't. And she learned it on her own anyways. She just picked up a book. And she figured it out. We couldn't stop her. Which is really funny, in my opinion. But I think because of that, I didn't actually learn how to study for like so long. Because like I could understand the material basically immediately when I read it. So I didn't actually learn how to study something. So then when it came to like middle school and we started having fucking physics, I fell behind really hard because I never learned how to like grind things that you don't understand immediately. Because I always just understood with the material because it was easy. Try to put you on college prep classes when you were in middle school. It's so funny to do more work. My parents were asked if they wanted me to skip a grade, but my my head, like the what's it called? The administration asked my parents if they wanted me to skip a grade, but my actual teacher, like back in 4th grade, was like, she should not skip a grade. She's very like socially delayed. It would not be good for her to skip a grade. So
OMG, late. 53 months.
Thank you so much for the resubmit for the 30 months. Holy shit, after 53 months. Oh my god. Hi, Vortex! Then physics and chemistry and the straight A's. To me, it was French and physics and chemistry. Physics and chemistry were the same class, though. French and physics and chemistry. And then math. Also, I fell behind in math. But then I had like a gram of tutoring, and I got back on my... I got back on that shit. Oh, there. Oop. Shit, I hate these. I hate these. Stop growing! We done? Fucking good. I don't know. You know how to study or not? Like almost fine academically. It's cool. Yeah, here in middle school, also basically possible to get held back from high school, but then in high school, thankfully I went to art high school. I went to art school. And there was no math, no chemistry, just like shit I was actually interested in. So I never had to study. Except for final exams. I didn't have to study for final exams. That was a stressful time. Then I went to like a practical, my university course is a practical course, which means that you don't like really get tests or exams very much. You just do projects all year and you're evaluated on those projects. So I have scraped by without to study. I also skipped a lot of class in high school. Because it was really overstimulating. The school, there was too many people and too many smells and too much everything. It was too much. That's what's happening. I skipped. Only reason I didn't get
just
held
redeemed
back for
hydrate.
absences was because I was seeing the school therapist. Like, I was being accompanied by the school therapist, so I couldn't flunk for absences. How to think? I was so stressed, and also my eyes have been really dry. Charging with truancy senior year. I think here you can. Because, like, it's an actual crime to not attend what we call mandatory education, which is, you know, all of high school. All the way up until university is mandatory education. So they will actually charge your parents, you're a minor, or they'll charge you, like, legally. The cops will go to your house and bring you to school. No joke, for real. But they only do that if you miss consecutive days of school. There's a certain amount of consecutive days. And I never had like a full day's absence. I would go into school and try my best to be there. And then just get insanely overstimulated and like leave. So I didn't have like full days of consecutive absences. It was just like, oh, there Nem goes leaving in the middle of the day again. Goodbye. There she goes in the middle of the fucking day. Where did she go? Nobody knows. I was going... Here's the ridiculous thing. I was going to the library. Because it was quiet. And you could use the computer. I was at the library using the computer. That's what I was skipping school. Chub! Oh my god, I love this box. Whoa. Oh my god, the little maggots are moving. Okay, I need you to stop shitting out more maggots, okay? I'm gonna fucking die. Didn't hear 7,000 person at high school. Yeah, I believe there were 7,000 students in my high school. It was a big school. I had to get a black willow fixed somehow. I was actually watching K-On! At the time. I remember quite clearly bringing my laptop to school, and there's a picture of me in a cafeteria watching K-On! Please don't say you're lazy. だって本当は元気。だだだ。だまだ。だだ。There's a picture of me in the school cafeteria eating an apple and watching K-On! I remember skipping a lot of classes. Mostly English, because I didn't need the attendance. Because I couldn't flunk from absences, like the only thing that it would affect was my grade, but I always had like 98 or 100% on English tests, so I didn't need to be there in person, so I just wasn't. I remember begging my parents to let me drop out of English and just take the exam. But they were like, no, we don't want you to do that. Because what if you fail the exam? And like, I've never had below like a 97% in an English test. What are you talking about, fail the exam? I'm actually considering taking the, at this moment in time, I'm considering taking the Cambridge fluency exams. Because those are like permanent, you don't need to renew them, and they give you qualification to like work as a translator and also to like teach English. And like, why not, right? I'm already fluent. I bet I could pass most of them. I actually did one of the practice exams and I passed it. I did it when I was coming back. The road trip back from vacation, because I had been discussing this with my friend. My friend is this high school teacher, and he's trying to convince me to teach high school, because there's a teacher shortage. And they were like, yo, if you take the Cambridge test, you can also teach English besides just art. And so I was like, sure, let me look it up. And I found one of the practice exams online, and I did it, and I passed it. So I'm going to go for Vtuber C1. I think I took the highest level practice exam that they had available. For like, corporate fluency, I think is what it's called. And I passed it. I was doing it like on the car. On my phone. In the car on my phone. So I think I would try to go like for the highest level that they had. So I'm already fluent. So I can teach myself like the technical jargon pretty easily. So I also already know most of it because I watch a lot of medical shows. I really like The Pit and House. It's have a pile of academic competition math for teen. You have to pre-qualify for college admission. For me, it was always like excels academically, very behind socially. That's what I was doing in high school, still in school. I was learning how to be social, but I was just getting bullied. If you become a high school teacher, the Breaking Bad references will never end. Actually, I'm kind of considering it. Everyone I've asked, I was like, do you think this is a good idea? Everyone has said, girl, you're gonna throw hands with a high schooler. And I have replied, you know, yeah, but you know, most of the teachers I had were insufferable cunts, so I'd fit right in. My friends are like, what are you talking about? You'll have beef with a 13-year-old. And I was like, when I was 13, all my teachers had beef with me, so it sounds like it's pretty par for the course. I'm considering, because like being an art teacher is more chill, right? If I had to like prepare students for standardized testing, that would be bad. I would not be good at that. But I don't know, my art teachers were chill, except for that one guy that I had beef with. My art teachers were mostly chill, except for that one insufferable cunt whose life I made miserable. To be fair, his life was already miserable. I just pointed it out. Which he didn't appreciate very much. Beef to just have with your teachers? Well, I have this thing where if someone is incompetent, I point it out. So I had an English teacher who was worse at English than I was, and therefore I did not respect her whatsoever. And I was constantly bored in her class. So I was already fluent. So I was raised bilingual. And at one point, in good faith, mind you, I was like, listen, can I just bring a book? I'll read a book in English, because I would finish all of the workload for the class in the first like 10 minutes, and then I'd just be bored out of my mind. And in good faith, I asked, can I just bring a book? Can I just bring a book in English and just read the book? And like, I can write an essay about it or something? And can I just do that? On top of the boring work that I finish in 5 minutes? And she was like, no, but if you're bored, you can grade your coworkers' worksheets. And I said, yeah, right, like I'm doing your job for free. And she didn't like that. She didn't like that. Yeah, so did not like that. And then I had beef with, I had a great art teacher for the first, like, 2 years of high school, and then I got held back in 11th grade because of exams. I wasn't able to go to exams because I was having panic attacks. So I failed by default. I got held back, and then I had a different art teacher who was a man, and all he did was like give us, oh man, he was so annoying. He would like tell us to draw something, and then he'd be like, okay, draw this image in pencil, then draw it in colored pencil, then draw it in watercolor. Every class, the same assignment, time after time after time, and I was so fucking fed up of doing the same fucking shit. Draw this in pencil, draw this in charcoal, then draw this exact same thing in color pencil, then draw the exact same thing in watercolor. Every class, every single fucking class, every class, and I hated him for it. And it pissed me off so much. And you know, I can't I just cannot shut my mouth for the life of me. And you know, at some point he asked me why I had such an issue with his class, and I said I thought his teaching methods were idiotic. And he didn't like that. And after that, he tried to give me lower grades. But every time he would do that, I would be like, he'd be like, okay, you have a B-, and I'd be like, no, this is at least an A. Actually, this is at least an A. And he would fucking fold. Motherfucker would fold like a lawn chair. He'd be like, okay, it's an A. I was never radar are the most subjective, since they're not, when you're in art school, you're in high school for art, you're not being graded on anything but technique. So it's actually very simple. Are you proficient with the medium you're using? Are you proficient with charcoal? Are you proficient with watercolor? Yes or no? It's very easy. That's why I was always able to argue, because he would be like, this is a B-, and I'd be like, okay, what's wrong with it then? What parts of the technique did I not grasp and utilize? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, Nemuri, it's an A. There's nothing that you failed at. Yeah, I know. So like, lock in, bitch. Lock in, you stupid fuck. And then people had the nerve. Then the more level-headed people in my life, like my mom, were like, okay, honey, I understand that you're mad, but don't you feel bad humiliating your teacher in front of the class? And I'd be like, first of all, no, because they're incompetent. Second of all, no, because they tried to do it to me first. What do you mean, do I feel bad? Do I feel bad? For what? For treating a petty bitch like a petty bitch? No, I don't feel fucking bad. That English teacher was so fucking petty too. She would like, you know the type of person who's always making like backhanded remarks, like snide backhanded remarks. Like she would straight up be wrong, and I'd be like, in the beginning I'd be like politely, actually, that's not how you spell that. And then she would go, oh yeah, because you just know everything. No, I don't know everything. I just know this. So, can you fucking fix it? Can you do your job? Can you? This is a legitimate question. Can you? Because it doesn't look like it. Stand passive aggressive, real, like at least have the balls to be aggressive, at least have the cojones to like just be a bitch, like have the fucking balls to be aggressive. If you think I'm annoying, you can be like, yeah, you're fucking annoying, and I'll respect you more. The people that are passive-aggressive is just like, oh, so you're a pussy then. You're a pussy then. You're afraid of confrontations, but you don't have the self-control to not be a cunty... To not be a cunt. You don't have the self-control to not be a cunt, but you don't want to do it in a way that puts you in a position of, like, getting backlash. So you're just a fucking pussy then. You're a coward, and I don't respect you. At least me, I'm just fucking aggressive. Yeah, passive aggressive people are just cowards. piss though and refill my water bottle, so I'll be back in a second.
One moment, please. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is it not working now? Oh boy. Okay. Well, alright then. One moment, please.
Hi. I'm black. Passive aggressive people. Don't respect them. They're not to be respected. They got no balls. No balls? No balls. I gotta run in my Isaac. Why? Because I'm gonna cry over everything. Because I'm always fucking crying. Nothing happened at 69. High key disappointed. If it's on that they pit. I'm gonna dig. I think these enemies are pathetic to me and don't respect them. I'm gonna cry and throw flies at you. Old bitch. Little pussy. No self-respect, have an ass bitch. Bro, if someone holds me at gunpoint, I'm not begging for my life. That shit's lame. I'm not doing it. holds me at gunpoint, I'm gonna be like, alright, do it, pussy. You a man or you a bitch? I just had to shit on those hoes for a second. I'm gonna fucking die. Bro? Shit. This is right off my hand. Doink. Yeah, someone holding me at gunpoint, I'm not begging for my life. I'm not. That's lame as fuck. That's embarrassing, honestly. I'm not doing it. I don't want to live that hard that I would suffer the humiliation of begging for my life. To be honest with you. Someone tries to kill me, you know, I'd give you your best shot. And you either take me out or you don't. There is no please, 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 I have a family. No, fuck that. I ain't doing all that. I don't want to. You can't make me. Stop crying, you little bitch. And shut up. I'd be a great high school. Wow, 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 right? Hi! Thank you so much for the rain! Missy craves to draw spicy. Missy craves to draw spicy art. Can she draw you like one of your French girls? Missy craves. Yes, 110%. You can draw me however you like. Thank you. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome everybody. I know. Can you give him a shout out? The 7th god. ONE84 and Manoman. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Namtopia. Hope you enjoy your time here, because there is no Iron here forever. Hi. I'm Chris the Chef. Hi, Manoman. Hi, Wendy. Hi, 7th god. Hi, hi, Sobu. Hi, Sobu. Hi. Welcome everyone. Akuma Tsubasa, welcome in. Shinju, welcome in. Black Persona, welcome in. Yokai, welcome in. Mitsuga, welcome in. Orange, welcome in. Daimodesu, welcome in. And Sig, welcome back. So I learned how to go stream. Thank you for the raid. Have a great meal. Have a great meal. Thank you so much. And please do go take care of yourself. Drink water. It's very hot in Europe. Drink water, please. Have a lovely meal. VTuber. Hello everyone. I'm playing Isaac, but also just like yapping. I keep dying, so I had to make it up with something. Okay, I have enough hearts that I think I can maybe. It's not. What's that? What is that? Actually, Isaac is like one of my favorite boy names. My great grandfather was an Isaac. Which explains why I like it so much. Oh my god. This guy. Oh my god. I need to immort. Like that. Yes. He takes out his own allies if you let him rampage. Okay. I don't need to worry about it so much. Oh god, this is gonna be close. I killed him though. Ma! Bondage of ball sack. I'm sure that's a category on whichever orange side you prefer. Bro, everyone calls me old for saying freaking orange YouTube instead of the blue Twitch. Listen, back in my day, we didn't have Fansly or OnlyFans. We went on Pornhub. Everybody went on fucking Pornhub. And we knew the porn stars by name. You're gonna say RedTube? Okay, I'm not that old. You also go to the FAP. No one ever said the FAP. That's brother. That has never been a thing. Not once. That has never, no one has ever used that. Ever. That's not something people say, have ever said, ever. No. No one has ever said that. And if they did, they had turbo autism, so it doesn't fucking count. You have to be freaking turbo autistic to say the FAP unironic. Gotta be on the level of looking for a boyfriendless girl to unironically say LaFap. Jesus Christ. They gave me laser eye. This is what happens if you get LASIK, by the way. This message brought to you by Big Eyeball. want to delete the entire chat from my... I want it gone. I need a lobotomy. You don't understand. You're not based. Don't get it. You don't get it. Ah! Stop doing that. Fucking rude. I don't know what equality does. To be fair, I also don't know what matchstick does. You missed the sad panda threads? Jesus Christ. Let's not return, actually. Let's not return with a V. Is Isaac always so sad? I don't get it. Well, his mom tried to kill him. That's probably one of the reasons. My mom tried to kill me. I might be a little sad. Mostly I'd respect her though. Hey, if someone has to take me out, at least my mom would be good at it. I trust her to do a good job. Thought it was funny poop game. It is both. It's both. The game contains multitudes. Oh! Lazarus! We unlocked the character. Oh, the laser eye is OP. This is why you should get LASIK. Yeah, there's layers to this shit. Fucking bitch! It's a juicy one. It's like back thing. Well, yeah. I've not gotten this. Where the fuck is it? That's my game like. Literally, Isaac. This should run on my shitty ass Toshiba laptop. This should run on anything. Come on. Why are we lagging? Mysterious drugs, my favorite. Concussive tears? Hell yeah. I want to deposit. I didn't even deposit my ass. I had an RTX. I don't see it. You can still count the pixels. Install shaders? No. But you would lose on so much of the game by making it look like. Okay. You do not yassify the Binding of Isaac. It goes against its core principle. You youngins have no respect for the Newgrounds era of gaming. No! Fuck my shed light. Hey! Fucking rude. Uncalled for, Franklin. Mysterious drugs. I have a laser because I can just focus on. I can just focus on. I cannot focus. I am stupid. I am bad. It's not vibes. I'm not. I was gonna say I like the laser because I can just focus on dodging. And I proceeded to eat 3 bullets to the face. Yeah, sausage. Sausage? No, not on the desk, not on the desk. Wait. My dinner's ready. I don't know what's best, equality or safety scissors. Yeah, I have paralysis. Go away. Sausage is my op, man. Dinner's ready. I have to write out. The music in this fucking slaps. I wonder if Himachan is like doing printer push. What is up? Oh, thank you, everybody, so much for coming. Thank you for staying. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have fun. I have fun. I'm going to donate Para-chan, who's playing Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Please help her have a great stream. And I'll see you guys. It's tomorrow Wednesday. I don't know if tomorrow is Wednesday. No, tomorrow's Thursday. No stream tomorrow, but stream Friday.